I want to move on, because when we talk about messages, there have been some fairly disturbing ones that have come out very recently, viewers. A series of remarks made by Rahul Gandhi have gone viral. In one video, the Congress scion is seen to be shaming a journalist by demanding he reveal the caste of his employers. The idea was to prove that they were all upper caste and therefore could not be bothered to cover the issues that mattered to this segment of the population or even provide employment to backward caste candidates. Rahul's hectoring was so extreme, so, as some people have said, insightful, that the journalist was almost lynched on the spot. Rahul had to intervene. Rahul perhaps overlooked the irony of it all. Not only was the journalist from a backward caste himself, but Rahul Gandhi, who is the lead poll mascot of the Congress, has rather proudly flaunted his Brahmin roots by proclaiming he's a Janyudhari. You must remember all of that, viewers. He came out and he said, I'm a Janyudhari. In any case, shaming people on the back of their identity can set off a chain of retributive behavior that can break down social harmony. Viewers, that was not all. In a fit of rage unbecoming of a leader aspiring perhaps to be the Prime Minister, Rahul raged at the so-called drunk, his words not mine, and quote, mobile, obsessed, unquote, youth of Kashi, of Varanasi, that he apparently encountered there. Rahul's attack reveals a profound lack of humility. Shaming voters that have not supported the Congress betrays a contempt for their right to choose, a right guaranteed by the Constitution. But even at a purely human level, Rahul's diatribe against the so-called, quote, drunks, unquote, exposes a lack of empathy. Addiction is not a crime. It is a symptom that springs most often from a loss of self-esteem. Substance abusers need to be treated, viewers, with empathy. Rahul is supposedly on a mission to win hearts with love, but his cruel words make us doubt his intent. Look, viewers, I could have sat on the fence and let you interpret, but sometimes it is important to step in. Imagine have Modi made these remarks, what would have happened to him? Nonetheless, the third video, where Rahul describes celebrated actress Aishwarya Rai, is simply, viewers, not on. It's not on because it completely undermines the agency of 50% of India. I won't labor on, viewers. I won't stand in between you and Rahul Gandhi's words, his assertions. Here's Rahul Gandhi in his own voice, in his own words. Listen.
आपके मालिक का क्या नाम है? आपके मालिक का क्या नाम है? क्या नाम है? नाम बताओ, नाम बताओ। ओए मारो मत यार, मारो मत उसको, मारना नहीं है, मारना नहीं है। नाम बताओ उसका। वो ओबीसी है? नहीं। वो दलित है? नहीं। वो आदिवासी है? नहीं। अरबपति है वो। आपने राम मंदिर का फंक्शन देखा? देखा? उसमें आपने एक ओबीसी चेहरा देखा, एक दलित चेहरा देखा, एक आदिवासी चेहरा देखा? नहीं, उसमें एक नहीं था। उसमें अमिताभ बच्चन थे, ऐश्वर्या राय थी, नरेंद्र मोदी थे। 73% का एक व्यक्ति नहीं था उसमें। कभी कहेंगे उधर देखो भैया अमिताभ बच्चन नाच रहा है, वो देखो भैया उसके साथ ऐश्वर्या राय नाच रही है। आप लोग इधर उधर देखोगे, मजदूरों की बात नहीं होगी, किसानों की बात नहीं होगी। वाराणसी में देखा मैंने, रात को बाजा बज रहा है, ठहर जा, बाजा बज रहा है, वहां पे शराब पिए सड़क पे लेटते हुए बाजा बज रहा है। यूपी का भविष्य रात को शराब पिए नाच रहा है, डांस कर रहा है नशे में।
Baja baj raha hai. A lot of people, viewers, have said that voters baja baja denge. That is what the reactions have been to some of this commentary on Twitter, viewers. I don't know where to begin, but Dr. Ranganathan, since you're not alloyed politically to anyone, you might have your sympathies, you might have your views, and that's not a crime in this country. Well, it is actually. It is now. It is a crime. It is a crime to espouse a certain point of view. You can be a progressive conservative, but boy, oh boy, if you confess to it, you could end up like me. Anyhow, but Dr. Ranganathan, you know, I don't know what to make of this. Sum it up. Sum it up for us.
Well, you know, at the risk of repeating myself, I've said this before, let me repeat that. Making sense of Rahul Gandhi is as easy as consuming rasam with chopsticks. But, you know, that was on a lighter note, but I think he's just, I'm sorry to say this. The only thing, Sanju, please stop laughing. Thank you. You know, the only thing lower than Rahul Gandhi's credibility is his intelligence. But he's gone beyond that. And this is not funny anymore. This is scary and this is dangerous. You know, Rahul, Jinnah had said, I will either have a divided India or a destroyed India. He managed the former. I'm sorry to say, but Congress and Rahul Gandhi are intent upon managing the latter. Did you just hear what he said? You know, almost the poor journalist almost got lynched. And this coming from a guy who proudly says that he's a Janeudhari Brahmin, upper caste. He's castigating the other upper caste, believing that they are going to commit atrocities on that journalist. Well, other people will ask, why not you? And as far as the promises that he's made, you very well remember that Congress, Tom, the promise that 33% women reservation and all. In Telangana, I want to ask, and Sanjay is a Congress sympathizer, do you know only 10 women candidates were selected by the Congress out of a total strength of 120 seats? Only 10. BJP had more than Congress. So much for going, you know, on his, keeping his promises. So this is just, I think it's just disaster. But I don't care about the disaster. There are many MLAs, MPs who win and who lose and you say all sorts of things. Rahul, I'm sorry to say, this is downright dangerous. Dangerous.
Well, Sanjay Jha, I mean, you pick on a particular, now, you know, we can resort to whataboutery, etc., but you pick on a journalist in a crowd, you shame him for being a member of a particular, working for a particular employer who might be a member of a particular caste. If that is how you are sort of displaced or disposed towards rich industrialists, why do business with them at all then? Why do you invite some of the biggest businesses and businessmen who are Arabpatis, as Rahul Gandhi says, and of upper caste to various states that are run by the Congress to invest? What would have happened had that young man been lynched there? Do you think this is, I'm just asking you, you're a sensible person, you've written a great book after book recently also. I just want to ask you, I mean, how does an intellectual like you square this sort of extremely run-of-the-mill sort of, you know, argument? I can't hear you. You lost your voice. I think you're on mute.
Yeah. Can you hear me now?
Yeah, we can, sir.
Yeah, I'll try and be very quick. Number one, I think when I heard Rahul Gandhi's statement on, you know, people being drunk in Uttar Pradesh, I think let's try and contextualize both his statements. And actually, let me try and explain that to you. I'm not getting into the, you know, actual semantics and the syntax because I agree all politicians can do better. I'm not going to argue on that point. Here is my two cents of wisdom. Number one, Uttar Pradesh, a state which is one of the lowest in per capita income in the country, is spending 115 crore a day with people spending that on liquor. Can you believe that? 115 crore a day spending on liquor. It is a challenge. And it happens when you have social evil and you have problems when the young are actually not getting jobs. And that is a consequence of that kind of behavior. Don't forget, In IIT BHU,
Sanjay
a young
Jha,
girl gets
I'm sorry,
Rahul, I
but
need
but
to know
people
that
consume
this is
consume
unfair.
liquor
Please
in
be
Western
very-
countries.
Correct. I
In
request-
Western
Recording
countries
time.
with hang on, where the
request
GDP
recording
per
time.
capita is much higher. Come on, I mean, let's not try to contextualize. You yourself have said.
Can I
Let's
finish
not
my sentence?
contextualize all of this.
Rahul, can I finish my sentence, please? Yeah. Number 2.
Are we going to moralize
I-
now on liquor? Something that
are you
you
going to
yourself
let
have
me finish
opposed. You have talked about how
Are
I've
you
been
going
on
to let
shows
me
with
finish my
you.
sentence? Yeah,
Rahul,
let me
is the
finish.
BJP going
An
to be
IIT
speaking or not?
BHU girl was gang raped. Did anybody talk about that? That's the worry that Rahul Gandhi has.
Oh,
Point
really?
number-
And how does that? No, how does
I
that
will
link
look at
in?
it
How
now.
does that link in by pillaring a reporter and asking him to name his Malik and his Malik's caste? And I mean, make a point.
Can I?
With some
I'm just
logic.
coming to that.
Rahul,
If you did not,
Are you going to-
interrupt
are you
me,
going to
Why
defend
are you
this?
mollycoddling Sanjay Jha?
If you
Why
did
are
not
you
interrupt me, I
mollycoddling
had an
Sanjay
answer.
Jha? I don't get this.
No, I'm
somebody
asking him
mentioned the
questions.
Comparison.
No, you're
Calling
mollycoddling him.
Ranganathan a neutral.
I'm not here to listen to the gibberish of Sanjay Jha.
मैम
As
आप
a
तो मत
BJP
कहिए कि
spokesperson, I need
मैं
to
now
respond.
you will say that I'm in Sanjay Jha's Godi. I get enough of this Godi business.
No, I'm not talking about Godi or lap or anything else. I'm just saying you're mollycoddling him for reasons best known to you. I need to respond.
No, I'll bring
Thank
you
you.
in
I
one
haven't
second.
finished
Just
yet.
give me 30 seconds.
I
Yes.
haven't finished yet.
Yeah,
I
make
haven't
your
finished
point.
yet.
Justify
My
the
point
pillaring
is
and the almost
Rahul Gandhi
lynching
was
of a
making
journalist.
The bigger point. Rahul Gandhi was making the bigger point, which, by the
Right.
way, Rahul, I don't know whether you know it. The world is talking about how India's big media has ended up being a cheerleader for Narendra Modi.
Right.
That's the point he's making.
Okay.
And calling Ranganathan. a
Viewers,
neutral
let me
like-
tell you, had Modi made the same comments, all the YouTubers, no, one second, let me just very, very clearly tell you this. All the YouTubers from here to Timbuktu, one second, from Tucson to Timbuktu to Tokyo would have been standing and gibbering at the same time, saying, look, the country is going to hell in a handbasket under a casteist, misogynist, and quite frankly, cruel leader. The words have been used, viewers.
May I?
The great capacious Godi of the ecosystem. All these other YouTubers today are lost in them, viewers. Lost, capacious, including Sanjay Jha. Can't bring himself to come out and say beyond that, I don't want to get into the semantics and the syntax. We should be getting into semantics and syntax tonight, viewers, let me tell you. Yes.
Thank you.
BJP
Rahul,
spokesperson coming in.
Gandhi.
Thank you. Rahul, I never play the victim and I will never accuse you of being a part of Godi media or PD media. I have never done that. I've been on a zillion debates with you in your earlier avatar and now as well. But yes, I just said on a lighter note that you were mollycoddling Sanjay Jha because I feel offended. You said, Sanjay Jha is an intellectual. Rahul Shiv Shankar thinks Sanjay Jha is an intellectual. By that logic, Sanju Verma is Taylor Swift. Fine. Now let's get to the more serious part. So neither is Sanjay Jha an intellectual nor is Sanju Verma Taylor Swift. Okay. Now let me make my important point. Please keep quiet. Rahul, can you moderate the debate? Because I came in at the
he's
very
not,
end.
I can't
Thank you.
hear him. Yeah.
Thank you. Do you remember that while Rahul Gandhi's criminal conviction has been stayed by the Supreme Court, where he called all Modi as thieves, सारे मोदी, नीरव मोदी, ललित मोदी, नरेंद्र मोदी, ये सारे के सारे मोदी चोर क्यों होते हैं? What did the Supreme Court say while staying his conviction? It said that Rahul Gandhi is a public figure and he should measure and choose his words carefully because otherwise this sets a dangerous precedent. This is the Supreme Court, I'm quoting ad verbatim, which has castigated Rahul Gandhi for calling once all Modi are thieves. A few years back he said all Gujus are cheats. And basically today he's implying the entire young population of Uttar Pradesh are drunkards. I will tell you, I've listened to the videos. What were his exact words? मैं गया था वाराणसी, वहां रात को म्यूजिक बज रहा था और मैंने देखा कि लोग शराब पीकर, पूरी तरह से शराब पीकर सड़कों पर लेट गए हैं। आपने देखा है राम मंदिर में कौन जाता है? आपको वहां मोदी दिखेगा, आपको वहां अडानी दिखेगा, आपको वहां अंबानी दिखेगा और अमिताभ बच्चन वहां पर डांस मारता है। These were his words. अमिताभ बच्चन डांस मारता है, ऐश्वर्या राय नाचती है। A man at the age of 53 or 54 does not have the basic etiquette to address people who are far higher in terms of their political standing, their social standing. Forget their age factor. I think Rahul Gandhi is unfit to be in politics.
Well, let me, viewers,
Rahul Gandhi is unfit to be in public life.
Okay, let me bring in. Okay, very quickly, Dr. Ranganathan, yes, you are making a point. Yeah.
I think an apology is due from my side to Rahul Gandhi when I said that making sense of Rahul Gandhi is as easy as consuming rasam with chopstick. I'm sorry, Rahul Gandhi. That epithet is for Sanjay Jha. What is he even saying? Does he even know that 50% of the liquor that is consumed in India is done by 5 southern states, out of which 2 are now Congress ruled and the other are Congress allies?
You hate Gandhi.
I mean, ये कहाँ से आता है? How did he even become chauthi? He is teaching. I don't know. There must be some reason why Rahul Gandhi is not unsuspending him. 5 साल से
Okay, now again,
shame on you.
Now again, Sanjay Jha is shooting himself in the foot. Now, one second. Now again, Sanjay Jha is shooting himself in the foot. You see, if I were to go, 1 minute, if I were to go, go by Mahatma Gandhi, we would even have a problem serving any form of meat in this country, viewers. Yes. Yes. I mean, he would have completely shut down even all, meat shops. We would have had that kind of regimented sort of life. Now, that's okay. Some people, they find it great. They don't want to eat beef. They don't want to eat meat, etc. That's their call. But then the Congress should not stand and say that there is a monomaniacal kind of imposition here in this country where people's right to choose is being set aside. Would you not agree, Dr. Ranganathan? Thank you for those statistics about the alcohol consumption.
No, absolutely, and I am not for prohibition. I've written extensively on this, and I'm not for any sort of meat ban. But the kind of hypocrisy and the logic, saying that people are drunk in UP and youngsters, and your states are consuming maximum alcohol. By that logic, your people from your states should be loitering around and falling like deadpan on the streets. What kind of logic is this?
Well,
we can do better.
I think, when someone asks you, viewers, remember this. When someone asks you, tumhara malik kaun hai? Turn around and tell them it's the constitution of this country. That is my malik. And remember, viewers, the constitution of this country was not made by an Arabpati. It was made by a crusader for Dalit rights. And of course, viewers, the extremely, look, I mean, allow me my trespasses. Allow me my trespasses. Okay, I'll leave it at this. Viewers, this is a very serious debate, actually. It's descended a little bit into a bit of frivolity, but that was not the intent, viewers. This is a very serious issue. It's a very serious issue. I'm taking a very short break.